Here is the machine all cleaned up, at least the coils anyways. It still needs some more cosmetic help, but at least now we can see through the coils. One thing with focus, here we go. So air is going to pass through now. Now let's see how it works. Before we get going, our ambient temperature here is, it's kind of cold today, it's 70 degrees. So let's start it up on the fan first. Fan bearings are kind of locked up a little bit. It took a minute to get going. I gotta service that still. Now, by no means is this project done, but now I can at least run it for a while to get an idea of whether or not it's worth, you know, doing a full motor tear down and everything else, repainting the cabinet and everything. Oh jeez, there's the telephone. Okay, so whatever I was saying, I don't even remember. I think I was going to test the airflow. Start this up again. And you can see now we have air moving out of the condenser. Across the entire thing. Go to high speed here. So now thing has a chance at working. Okay, this thing's really heavy. Alright, let's turn this thing on. And we'll do, let's see what the compressor sounds like. Actually, I probably should leave it like this so that we can hear the compressor. Still doesn't sound too good. I'm a little bit surprised it doesn't sound any better. It seemed to quiet down a little bit when the head pressure built up. I'll let that sit for a minute. It's been going for a few minutes now, and in here it is approximately 70 degrees, 72 degrees, and this is blowing out 42. So I would say that is well within the acceptable, actually that's beyond the acceptable delta. And it feels cold. I don't know if this would start sweating up here at the top eventually. Maybe that's why the insulation needs to be there. But anyway, so this definitely works. It sounds kind of tired. But it certainly works just fine, so there's no reason to give up on it. '86 to 88 at the top, 75 at the bottom, so it's the condenser is working again. It has subcooling once again. I don't know why it sounded so bad at the startup. If this machine didn't work as well as it did, I'd almost be inclined to put some service ports on there just to watch the pressures and see what happens, because something must be changing as the noise comes and goes. Although I haven't watched it for very long, it's only been a few minutes, but I haven't heard it come back once the head pressure built up, so I don't know. Somebody also suggests that it could be a lubrication issue, and if it never comes back again, you know, once you turn it on and it doesn't come back until it sits for a while, I would find that to be very likely. I'm going to stop the compressor for a moment. I'll let the head pressure go down, and I'm going to start it up again. And if it starts up without the sound, then I think that kind of would point to a lubrication issue, because all the oil was just moving around in there, and it should be properly lubricated. Okay, that should have been long enough for the head pressure to go down. Let's try it again. I don't know, it still made the sound a little bit. It does almost sound like something's rattling a little bit. I don't know. It's not horrible. It's usable. And of course, if this was in a window, you wouldn't be hearing as much of the compressor. The sound doesn't seem to change that much based on the fan speed. Coil's cold from top to bottom. Well, I would say this is a very good working machine. Still needs a little bit more help, which we'll give it eventually. But this was definitely a good find, especially considering it was a model I was looking for.